Yo, 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 yo. What's going on? How we doing? How we feeling today, people? What's popping on this nice brisk Sunday? Hey, let's get straight to it, man. We took the L today. Definitely took the L today. So we're gonna come in here, we're gonna discuss that and talk about it. As you do come in, make sure to do your dog a favor, man. Make sure you smash that like button for your dog. Run up them likes for me. I definitely do appreciate that. Um, but yeah, we took an L today, so let's jump right into it. Let's jump into the chat, and then let's get straight to the business. We got our dog Daniel Beer Sports Highlight in the building. Daniel, how you doing, my friend? What's going down? We got our brother Seth Thomas is in his house. What's happening, Seth? Hey, we didn't look good tonight, Seth. We didn't look good today. We got our bro RJ Falcon in the house. That's good evening, big home and title. What's up with your RJ, bro? Appreciate you coming through. How you feeling today? We got Miss Lisa in as usual. How you doing today, Lisa? Says that was rough. It's like the whole team played poorly. Yes, that's exactly what it looked like. We got our dog Stunts in the building. What's happening, Stunts? How we doing? What's going on? RJ Falcon said I blame Coach Morris for this loss. That's definitely RJ. There's definitely a lot of blame to go around, man. Team just did not look good, bro. We didn't really look good in any facet of football at all today. And I'll start off. You can't win them all. We was on a 3-game win streak, and we had won some very we had won some very emotional tight games. So if I'm being a little realistic, man, a game like this was bound to happen, especially playing a team like the Seahawks, who was getting themselves healthy. They coming off a 3-game losing streak, and we on a 3-game losing streak. So sometimes just the law averages catch up with you, and I think that's what happened to us today. They was bound. The Seahawks are not a bad team. They're not a bad team. So they were bound to win a game sooner than later, and we were bound to lose a game sooner than later. And both of those transpired today, and we saw the result. Definitely an ugly victory. Stunt says Ellis got fried, man. Our linebackers have really been struggling essentially most of the year. I have been complaining / critical about them for most of the year, and we saw evidence of that also today. Not a good game for the defense, not a good game for the linebackers at all. William Amy in the building. What's up, Will? Just got out coach. We didn't stick what was working. Run Tyler Algier. I think Tyler Algier went out with an injury. Didn't he get hurt? I think I saw him go to the sideline injured, and I don't think he never returned. If memory serves me correctly, y'all let me know if I'm on the right track with that. Jay Lana 81 in the house. What's up, Jay? Says what's going on, fam? Whatever the game plan for this game was, just throw it straight out the trash can. Yeah. This one of the games where you I think it's an old coach is saying where they just say, well, just throw away the tape. Just throw away the tape on this game. Just throw away the tape. And again, there's some games when we play very badly, like we did today. And I'll be upset. I'll be mad. I'll be pissed off. But I'm really, really not mad about this loss. We got to take this one on the chin. We got a big game coming up against Tampa next weekend, so that's a game we're gonna have to bounce back and win. That game could have playoff implications, so that is a game that we're definitely gonna have to win. The Tampa game, if we win it, we're currently 4-3 now. You win the Tampa game, you send that 5-3, and you're really in the driver's seat in the NFC South. That would put us at 4-0 in the division. With only 2 games remaining against the Panthers, we should beat them regardless. And against New Orleans in New Orleans, I would like to say that should be an easy game, even though New Orleans is, beat up pretty badly, injuries and whatnot. But y'all know how it go when Falcons and New Orleans play. And then especially when we win the first game and then we got to go back to their crib. So, that's not going to be a guaranteed victory for Atlanta. No matter who they got playing, quarterback, running back, defensive tackle, New Orleans gonna come to play us. If they don't get another win this season, New Orleans definitely want to beat Atlanta. And talk they junk in New Orleans like we talk our junk in Atlanta when we beat them. So but that's a little further down the road. McTown in the house. What's happening, McTown? How you doing, bro? Since what's good, Todd? Is the time for Morris to take over the defense. The defense is toilet tissue soft. I wouldn't press the panic button on that just yet. But there are a lot of things on defense that need to be addressed and need to be corrected if we can. Without a doubt, the defense started the season looking very very strong. Looked like they could be the anchor of the team, but as of lately, they have been subpar, I guess I could say. Offense wasn't that much better, if better at all, either today. So this was really just a trash can game for Atlanta, you know. And we got to be better going forward. You know, just take this as one of them games. As some people call it a trap game. I don't even know if you would consider this a trap game because as we talked about on the Waffle House, we were only a 3-point favorite in Vegas at home. So and they really, as a lot of the betting people will say, Vegas will give you the 3 points for being at home. So Vegas even thought like, hey man, this is gonna be a close game. I was watching Colin Cowherd, and he actually predicted us to lose on Friday. He said Seattle would come in here and beat us, which they definitely did. So it is what it is. We just got to bounce back strong against Tampa, man. John Kemp says, I told you the defense will be our downfall. We need some big dogs in that line. Man, speaking of the line, John, like, man, our whole front seven, bro. Our whole front seven has been questionable, man, all year long, bro. All year long. So from Grady to Amyamata, everybody, man, everybody who we thought would come in and play a big part of the D line, they just haven't really shown up consistently playing consistent good football. That's been problematic for us so far. Somebody I've had my eye on, and we spoke about this on the Waffle House. Matthew Judon, man. Matthew Judon. I'm gonna give Judon at least 10 games before I write him off. I think it's fair that I give him at least 10 games before I write him off. Because granted, he coming into a new situation. Didn't have OTAs with the team, training camp, off-season programs, and none of that. New situations, new teammates, and I'm sure there's an element of him that's still getting acclimated to that, to the new team, to the new coaches, to the new teammates. Hell, new stadium. So I'm sure there's an adjustment period there with him, but I'm gonna give him 10 games before I totally write him off. As I've been saying like the last couple of weeks, y'all, and I'm not shy to continue to say it. Hopefully he will make me start to eat some crow real soon. But yeah, Judon's starting to look like he washed. He's starting to look washed to me. He's starting to look washed. Like Father Time then finally caught up with him. What he's like 32 years old now. So he ain't a spring chicken, he ain't a young pass rusher. But man, even today, I mean last week he didn't play good. This week he didn't play good, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong here, y'all. But isn't this his second consecutive week matched up with a backup tackle? Isn't this the second consecutive week matched up with a backup tackle, and he still could win the battles? Somebody on Facebook told me earlier today, like the guy who's matched up against Judon today. This is his first start of his NFL career, and he was a 6th-round pick. 6th-round pick. I expected Matthew Judon to eat. The second consecutive week you matched up against a backup tackle, man. Like when I'm watching Judon, y'all, I'm seeing just a lack of explosiveness. I'm seeing a guy. You know what? We've been getting on Kyle Pitts for the longest about him being being lackadaisical, don't always give full effort. Well, Matthew Judon is the defensive version of Kyle Pitts from what I'm seeing. I'm not always seeing maximum effort out this guy. There are some plays I see, to me, it looks like he's just taking the play off. Now, to his defense, there was some times where they sent some double teams at him today, and they took him totally out of play. And there were other times where that backup tackle just had him locked up. He had him locked up. You know, the backup treated him like he was the new puppy on the scene. And you know, we traded a 3rd round pick for him. Granted, that ain't the 1st or 2nd rounder, but shoot, I thought he would be able to come in and give us a lot better than what he's doing right now. You know, and I'm gonna say this again, y'all, because when I spoke about it today on Facebook in our fan group, some of the fans say the same thing. Talking about, well, they holding him, he getting held. I'm gonna be real, man. I don't want to hear that shit, bro. I don't want to hear that. Players make plays, bro. You cannot convince me that Matthew Judon is getting held more than any other pass rusher in the NFL after 7 weeks. You know, hey, you know what? Maybe one game you getting held in the ref for whatever reason just ain't throwing a flag. Okay, I'll take that. Maybe 2 games, but hey, we played game 7 today. We were essentially almost at the midway point of the season. Y'all are not gonna get me to believe that there's some kind of conspiracy against Matthew Judon, and he's getting held 80% of the time in the NFL, and the referees just won't throw the flag. You're never gonna get me to believe that. Make a play. Make a play. And I'm gonna go back and watch the game again, you know, to make sure that I'm not speaking like from an emotional standpoint, but from what I saw, man, he just getting wrapped up. Like he done lost a lot of his explosiveness. Like he's not as strong as he once was. You know, so, and that's very concerning to me. You know, again, granted, it was only a 3rd round pick we gave up, but that could turn out to be just a 1-year rental. You know, again, I'm gonna give him the week 10. Because starting the Tampa Bay game, this man may come out here and get 2 sacks against Tampa Bay and then 2.5 sacks in the next game. You know, so I'm not throwing him in the trash can just yet, y'all. You know, I still have some confidence that he can rebound. Because again, this was a brand new situation. But he was brought to Atlanta to be the de facto pass rusher, and thus far we have failed tremendously at that. I'm seeing him get outplayed every single week, no matter who he's matched up against. And he's not even being matched up against any type of very good or elite tackles. You know, backups are getting the best of him. Backups, 6th round picks. So I need more from Judon, man. I really do. Need a lot more from Judon. Williams says no, and we failed on all 3 phases of the game. We definitely did. We definitely did. There's not many guys who played good football today, who I can say, okay, so and so played good football. It's only a handful of guys this week. You know, Stan says it don't matter if we have the 2 best safeties in the league, we can't do nothing without a pass rush. Yeah, that's true. And they go back to that front 7, man. Front 7: Judon, Grady, Amimata. Shoot. Still speaking on Judon, I seen AK Arnold Ebiketie today. From my vantage point, looked like he played a better game than Judon did. Looked like he was flashing more than Matthew Judon was. Looked like he was creating more pressure than Judon was. So I just hope that 3rd round pick pays off, man. You know, because from what I see so far, if the season were to end today, I don't see no way that the Falcons would re-sign this guy. I don't see it. You know, I just think they would take their losses and move on and try to fill that void at pass rush another way. Lisa says we need the Ravens to take care of the Bucks. Then we need to beat the Bucks next Sunday. Yes, that is true. When does Tampa and Baltimore play? Is that Monday night? I think. William also says Matthew Bergeron got hurt on the right side. I seen that. Looked like it might have been serious too, man. How he was laid out on the field. I wish him a speedy recovery, but hopefully it looked worse than it actually would turn out to be. Jay Leonard said, "Yeah, I'm starting to see people are making excuses for Judon." Yeah, bro, that's what I'm seeing, and I'm like, why? I'm like, why are we making excuses for this guy? Like, why are we making excuses for this guy? People keep saying he getting held, he get held. I'm like, bro, y'all, everybody get held every play. And I said on the Waffle House, man, players make plays, man. Players gonna make a play. You can't sit here and tell me that this guy's been getting held for 7 straight games, and the refs are just looking at it and say, "Oh, well, we ain't gonna call it because that's Judon." Like, what kind of conspiracy could be going on where he's the only one in the league not getting a holding call in his favor? So I'm not gonna make any excuses for him. I'm not seeing him play good football. I don't know what it is. He ain't getting no excuses made from me at all. Miss B in the building. What's going on, Miss B? How you doing today? Y'all make sure to check out Miss B here on YouTube as well. She drops some great Falcons content. So if you're not subscribed to her page, make sure that you do subscribe to the page. Run up the comments. Run up the likes. Millie Mills is in the building. What's up, Millie? Says MF is starting to look like Vaughn and Buffalo. Man, I don't know what's up with it, man. But hey, I gotta speak on it, bro. I gotta speak on it, man. He gotta play better football, man. He out there playing grab ass with the blockers and stuff. I'm like, bro, what you doing, cuz? Like, come on, man. But then again, hey, he's 32 years old. He's at that point in his NFL career where players start to fall off. And maybe fall off as me being a little too dramatic. Where players start to decline. Take that away. Not fall off, decline. Decline is a better word. He's at that point in his career where players typically start to decline. 31, 32 years old, that's normal when you start to see a decline from players. And then everybody was speaking about Kirk Cousins coming off an injury. Matthew Judon is also coming off a season-ending injury last year also. So that is something to keep in mind as well. He's also coming off an injury. William says we can't just put this on Judon. I'm not blaming the loss solely on Judon, but I really haven't seen him play good football this year. Outside of maybe the first game. William, I'm looking at the fact that in consecutive weeks, the guy who we traded a third rounder for, who we thought was a very good pass rusher, he can't win a matchup against backup tackles. For me, that's concerning. That is concerning for me. So I gotta speak on that, especially when I do see fans continue to make this he getting held excuse. Like, no, man, he ain't getting held. He just losing. He losing the battle. That's what I see. I see a guy that might be past his prime, and again, he on the decline. And maybe our bias won't allow us to admit the obvious. That's what I'm starting to see from Judon. I need him to play better, man. You can't be out here getting schooled by these backups tackles, man. He got to be better. Dave in the building. What's happening, Dave? Just tired of can we get late the hell out of here? He is clearly overmatched in the NFL. Another first-time NFL play caller, Jimmy Lake. I'm hoping that he will get progressively better. In Jimmy Lake's defense, I don't think his guys are doing it. I don't think a lot of his players are doing him any favors either, from what I see. We got to get better. Our front seven got to play better football. Our linebackers got to play better football too. So really, really, the gut of his defense is not playing good football. When your D line ain't playing good football, your linebackers ain't playing good football, your defense is going to be in trouble. And that leads me into something else that I've been speaking on, because the big conversation in our fan base right now is should we or should we not trade for a better pass rusher? Which again, I thought we did with Judon, but I'm at the point now after watching today's game, y'all, where I say don't trade nothing for no pass rusher this year, man, because I still see a lot of holes on this team. I say ride it out. Try to ride this wave out. Try to get better with what you already have, even if that means giving the rookies more playing time. See, can you get better effort out of them? But I really think there's too many holes on this team to give up significant draft picks in the future to try to win it, to try to quote unquote win it all this year. To me, the linebacker position is still a glaring deficiency on this team. The defensive line is still a glaring issue on this team. Even the offensive line to some extent with the injuries. Kirk Cousins, we've been singing his praises the last maybe 2 weeks, but Kirk looked old today. I'm gonna be honest. I like Kirk Cousins. I like the pickup, but he looked old today. Well, he's like 36. He looked old today. Looked so old today that we even saw Michael Penix today. When I look at this team, I don't see the Falcons being one player away from being a Super Bowl champion. Now, do I want us to win the Super Bowl this year? Hell yeah, I do. Shit, yeah. But me being realistic and looking at this team from an objective standpoint and taking off the Falcons fanboy shades, I don't see us being one player away from winning the Super Bowl this year. So I say, finish the year as strong as possible, get into the playoffs, try to get you a playoff win, hopefully 2, and continue to build a team, man. Don't send all your key draft picks away. We already done lost a 3rd rounder with Matthew Judon. We already done lost a 5th rounder to the tampering. Hey, man, have some draft picks next year to continue to build this team. Because one thing I would like to point out, we are 4-3. We do have a winning record currently, but during this season, our offense has scored 163 points through 7 games. The offense has scored 163 points through 7 games. We have surrendered 169 points this game. Again, we have scored as a team through 7 games, 163 points. We have given up 169 points. That number alone, when I look at that number, that tells me, no, you're not one player away. You're not one player away. You still got some holes in this team that you need to fill. Hold on to those draft picks. It will be totally okay after numerous losing seasons consecutively if this team goes into the playoffs and wins one game and lose the next game. It will be okay. This fan base, I'm telling you, I know we're going to have some people, oh man, it's Super Bowl of bust, dog. It's Super Bowl. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, cool. Go turn on the Xbox. But it will be okay if this team goes into the postseason, wins the first postseason game, and happens to lose the next game. It's fine. You now got something to build on going into 2025. That would be totally okay. Do I want us to win a Super Bowl this year? Again, hell yeah. But I'm trying to be realistic. I'm trying to use my analytical side as I'm talking right now instead of my diehard Falcon side. So hold on to those draft picks, man, because we need them. We need to continue to build this team. Days to starting here, trade Myles Garrett for what, so he can come here and forget how to rush the passer. Hey man, you sound kind of like me when I say, man, don't trade for nobody, man. Hold what you got. Hold what you got. Hold what you got. Dave also says Morris is weak. He had no intention of bringing in a proven defensive coordinator who would threaten his job. We shall see. He obviously has a lot of confidence in Jimmy Lake, and he also has a lot of confidence in Zach Robinson. And to be honest, the offense wasn't good either today. The offense wasn't good outside of Bijan Robinson. Bijan played a damn good game. Outside of Bijan, and I think Kyle Pitts played another good game too. I think we've gotten 3 consecutive very good games for Kyle Pitts. Outside of those two, that might be the only people who played good football on offense. I'll have to go back and watch the offensive line. But Bijan stood out and Kyle Pitts stood out. They played some good football for us today. Dave says I'm pissed off, tired. They played a team that was about to pull a coup on their head coach. And Dave, to be honest, man, I really think Seattle is better than what their record showed. Now, granted, Atlanta did not play their best football, or we didn't play up to our capabilities. But Seattle ain't no pushover, man. They're really not. They're not a pushover. When they healthy and they clicking on all cylinders, that's a good football team, man. They got some good players on Seattle also. Williams said linebacker played ass today, so we can't just blame Matthew Judon. No, I'm not solely blaming Judon. Caden Ellis can get some blame. Nate Lamont can get some blame. Hell, Jesse Bates and Justin Simmons can get some blame too. AJ Terrell. And y'all know I normally try my best to protect AJ from unjust criticism, but AJ Terrell did not play good football either today. He didn't. And I know Metcalf is a hell of an athlete. He's like Julio Jones, just an athletic freak. But there was one play, it looked like AJ just couldn't locate the ball. That long pass where you had Metcalf catching the ball, going toward falling down. To me, that's a play that AJ should have broke up. And he did not break. He didn't break up the play. It is kind of becoming obvious that AJ don't. This ain't a surprise to nobody, but he don't have the best ball skills, And I don't know if that's a hand-eye coordinated issue with him. That might be something that him and his trainer need to work on in the offseason. But AJ didn't play good. Really nobody on that defense played good. Like I said, I think Ebukata played okay. I seen him flashing out there a little bit. I seen Ruke out there flashing a little bit, but the big names on that defense, nobody really played good to me unless I'm just overlooking somebody. Again, I'll go back and watch the game again and try to pick up what I missed. It ain't all on Matthew Judon, but man, a 6th-round tackle, his first NFL start. Brother, man. Williams says a neck injury. Yeah, neck injury, man. I pray that he's going to be okay. Like I said, it didn't look good. It didn't look good at all today. Self says, what if we activate Dorless, Natron Brooks? Natron Brooks played good in the preseason. Is he still on the practice squad? And Laquel London played good preseason ball in 2023. He was balling in the preseason 2023. Our practice squad, Sid Goldman, Alford, and Harrison. Possibly, man. Maybe we need to get the young, hungry guys in the game and see what they can do. Stun said he my age and I still got more casting. What are you talking about? Dave says, don't resign Judon, take the compensatory pick. I hope I said that right. I agree with you. At this point, man, like I say, Dave, I'm going to give him 10 games before I write him off. I feel like that's only fair. But if the season were to end today, I'm with you, Dave. Hey, man, cut your losses, get your comp pick, and try to retool that pass rushing position a different way. I'm totally on board when you say that. Stunson, I was outside linebacker at Westlake and was way better than him. So you went to the same school as Cam Newton did, right? We got our dog Ark in the building. What's up, Ark? So they forgot to use the bread and butter Tyler. Did he get hurt? I thought Tyler got hurt. Art says also, what happened to using Algier? I thought Algier got hurt. Let me look at the stats. I think Tyler got hurt. He only had 5 carries. He did have 36 yards, but I thought he went out with an injury, y'all. Am I missing something? Was he healthy? Dave says no one on the front line can win one-on-one matchups. Unfortunately, Dave, that seems to be the case so far this year, man. That seems to be and Dave, that's another reason that I'm saying, hey man, don't sell the farm for one player because we got holes on this team, bro. Hey man, Graded Jerry is one of our all-time fan favorites, but hey, he's getting old. He's Father Time probably knocking on his door. We ain't seen that 2018, 2019 Graded Jerry in a long time. David Amuyamata, hey man, he getting old. Like Dave said, like nobody up front seems like they can win a matchup, man. And that's becoming problematic. We talked about this. I think it was talked about it on the eye test and also C-Dub's show. But when you're pretty much at the bottom of the league on defense or stopping the run, you got some issues. And we definitely have some issues on the defensive line and also at linebacker. You know, hey, I like Kane Ellis, but he ain't an LB1. As much as I like Nate Lammy, he's not an LB1. Troy Anderson hasn't shown to be an LB1 yet. We got a bunch of LB2s and LB3s on this team. And it's starting to bite us in the ass. A lot of holes in this team, man. So definitely take me out of the trade for Myles Garrett conversation. Take me out of the trade for Max Crosby conversation. We're not one team away from the Super Bowl as the team is currently constructed. We're not one player away from a Super Bowl victory. And that's okay. As the old saying goes, Rome wasn't built in a day. It's okay. You know, it's okay to work your way up to a Super Bowl. Like I say, it's perfectly okay to go into the playoffs this year, win one game and lose the next game. Now you got something to build on going into 2025. Then you got something to build on going into 2026 and so forth and so on and on. So, you know, take me out of the selling the farm to trade for somebody conversation. It's too many holes on this team, y'all. Too many holes on this team. 3 Dirty says the loss of Trice threw a hiccup in our defensive scheme. Yeah, you could be right about that also. You know, we definitely didn't expect to lose him for the entire year. And we are feeling the effects of it right now. T. Terry in the building. What's going on, T. Terry? How we doing, bro? What's popping? Arjus a big homie tied to Jimmy Lake and helping with the bad scheme calling as well. Judon will play better, but late play calling is ass straight up. That could be the case. Excuse me, that could be the case. And I really think it's probably a combination of two. A combination of two things. He could do better schematically, and the players, they need to do better also as far as making plays. You know? So it may be a twofold thing. Art says I was at the game and them damn Seahawks fans. Art also says, but we shot ourselves in the foot too much. Kirko three interceptions. I thought he had 2 interceptions. I might have missed one, you know, but you was at the game, so you probably know it well better than I do. Curtin didn't look good today. Curtin didn't look sharp today. Kurt missed a touchdown early in the game. You know, if he throw the ball where the ball should have been put at, Kurt missed a touchdown early in the game. Kurt didn't play well. You know, we've been, like I said, we've been singing his praises the last 2 or 3 weeks, but he did not play good football at all. You know, he had multiple turnovers and only 1 touchdown. This is the 2nd consecutive week that Kirk Cousins only had 1 touchdown. So he did not play good football. And you know that he didn't play good football because you saw Michael Penix on the field. You know, If you see the backup and your team is down, your quarterback, in all likelihood, he didn't play good football. Oh, Kurt didn't play good football. Kirk Cousins has to be better. Kurt said, hey, we walk in your trap, take over your trap. Well, they took over our trap today, bro. They came and stood on our block. They were serving our customers in our trap, Kurt. So, that's that. Winston Thorne in the building from the eye test. Shout out to my dog Winston. Y'all make sure to check out him and his tag team partner John Harris every Wednesday at 10 p.m. at the eye test. So if you're not subscribed to their show, make sure to show them a bunch of love as well. He says, what's going on, Bucket Chat? Smash the like button. Please smash that like button. I definitely do appreciate that. Also, he says, can we throw out this 245 for the love of Jesus? It works in college, but we don't have the personnel to put it off. And that goes, Winston, that goes to a lot of what other people have said in the chat. I know RJ just said something about the scheme. I think Dave said something about the scheme. So maybe going into the Tampa game, maybe we will see something a little differently scheme-wise. Maybe after the bye week, we'll see a big difference scheme-wise if the defense does not start playing better. And they will be tested against Tampa. As we've seen, hey, Baker Mayfield play good football. Mike Evans play good football. They got a pretty good offensive line. They got a good defensive line. So the defense will be tested. So hopefully they can turn the corner, the Tampa game. I'm just hoping this is one of these one-offs, just one of them games like, hey, we got caught in the shuffle. Everybody played bad. This ain't really who we are. And we get back clicking against Tampa. We win that Tampa game convincingly. And our mentality would be totally different. We'd be 5-3, and we're in the driver's seat in the NFC. So I'm still hoping for the best going into next week. Dave says it's mostly a scheme issue. So you agree with Winston. So a lot of people saying it's a scheme issue. Let's see. T. Terry says Jimmy Lake, the guys don't like him. So T. Terry say Jimmy Lake already lost the locker room from the defensive side of the ball. And you might be right, T. Terry. You might be right. J-Dot, what's going on, J-Dot? Says I knew earlier this week the team was not going to win this game. How did you know that, J-Dot? Like, what gave you that indication? I'm interested to know. Art says, sorry with my manners. What up, Title? What's up, Art? Rise up, win, lose, a tie game. What's happening, bro? What's popping, man? You all good, man? You all good? Hey, man, tough loss. So it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Art says the injuries are piling up. They are piling up, bro. They really are. They really are piling up. Dixon went in the building, says we got beat in all phases of the game, offense, defense, and special teams. Yes, we did. We definitely did. And what I'm gonna do, y'all, I'm not gonna stay on long, but I'm gonna drop the chat. No, I'm gonna drop the chat. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. So if anybody want to come up, man, come up and rap with your boy, man. Tell me what you thought about the game. Tell me where we can improve. Tell me where we dropped the ball at. Whatever. So if anybody want to come up real quick, I've been on about 40 minutes, so I'm probably gonna stay on for like a good hour. So probably got 20 more minutes. So if anybody want to come through, man, and rap, just hit that link. See, Terry says Kurt looking like an old scared man till they got brick in the shoes. Yeah, Kurt did not look good today. That play where he fumbled, it's like, Kurt, just throw the ball away, bro. You was outside the pocket, just throw the ball away. And he started to throw the ball away, but at that point, it was too late. It was like he was moving in slow motion. It was just bad today. Like you say, Kurt looked old. Kurt did look old today. He had a lot of errant passes today. He looked very old today. What was Kurt's stats? 24 for 35, 232 yards. So that's another game with only one passing touchdown for Kirk Cousins and him not throwing over 250 yards. So Kurt need to bounce back and play better. That's the quarterback. Everything starts with the quarterback. So Kurt needs to play better also. So we're gonna bring a few fellas on stage. We got a dog Art Angel making his debut on the stage. We got our boy King Richard. Fellas, talk to you, man.
What what up, man?
I'm chilling, fellas, chilling. Hold on, let me go. DJ, cut the music. Let's go. What's up, fellas? Talk to your dog, man.
Man, awful loss, man. Horrible loss. I just feel deflated right now. But yeah, man. I don't know what to say, man. It just looked like they overlooked the Seahawks, man. It seemed like they came out and played flat chested out there, if you ask me. Like they overlooked them. That's how I feel about it.
That's definitely what it looked like. And let me shout out also my brothers at Black Cat Panther Podcast. What's happening, fellas? What's going on? Y'all make sure to show them some love. The best Carolina Panthers podcast in the business. My apologies. Continue on.
Oh yeah, you straight. Shout out to them, man. I be in their podcast sometime. They funny as hell.
They are
But
him, Q and Goat. They funny as fuck, bro.
yeah, they are. Yeah, man. But Tyler was healthy, man. He was healthy. We got away from our bread and butter, man. He was energized the team and everything, man. It was just a letdown game, man. And Kirk just looked bad. He just looked, I don't know, man.
Art, what was up with Kurt today from your vantage point? Because you was at the game, right?
Yeah.
So
He
what did
just
you see?
it looked like he had a lot of pressure up the middle. All up in his face, but he still looked kind of bad, man. I don't know. He looked slow, like he wasn't taking the game serious. I don't know, man. He just didn't look like himself how he had been looking. So, man. I don't know how to explain it, bro. He just didn't look like it. He looked like you said, he looked like he getting, I don't know, he looked older
Yeah,
today.
he did look. He looked
Definitely.
like he gained about 2 years this week, man.
Yeah, man, it's just awful, bro. I don't know how to explain. Oh man, the vibe. It just wasn't right in the stadium either, man. It's a lot of Seahawks fans up in the stands, man. It was
Mhm.
horrible, bro.
And also, not to take you out of your groove, but Lisa said she met you today. So shout out to Lisa. Shout out to
Oh
Art.
yeah. Shouts out to Lisa, man. Shouts out to Lisa, man. Definitely.
Yeah. All right, so Art, let me ask you this, bro. Like defense, like what do you think? Because you know a lot of people are disappointed with Jimmy Lake's scheme. So what's your opinion on that, bro?
Man, I definitely think we need pass rush, but I also agree with what you're saying. Like, I think it's more than just the pass rush. It's deeper than that with the team as a whole, man. Like, as far as the defense too. Like, I think it's deeper than just getting one pass rush. I agree with what you're saying. I
Yeah.
think we need more. Yeah, I think we need more, man. And all these injuries just piling up, and the chemistry just ain't quite there yet, man.
Right, right, right. All right. So we got Winston in here, we got David in here, we also got King Richard. What do y'all think?
Yeah, I'm about right, Cody. As far as Jim Lake's scheme is concerned, I don't care whether you run a 3-4 or 4-3, a 3-5-5, or what do they call it? The that 3-4-4 or whatever. I don't care what scheme you run, Tighter, until you get better personnel in here. We have not drafted well on the defensive line, and I don't know. And until you get better personnel in here, it's not gonna matter what scheme you run.
I can't fully agree with that. So all right, you have to look at what you have. See what I'm saying? Like when you go cook dinner and you don't want to go by the grocery store, what do? You cook you cook whatever you have in the house already, right?
Do that.
All right. That's what's going on with our defense right now. We're cooking with what we already have in the freezer. We added Judon and we added Sim. That's it. But if you look at it, they're both 4-3 players. You're playing them out of position. You're trying.
Yeah, I agree with that. I
What's
agree.
going on? We sitting trying to make shepherd pie, but we ain't got no mashed potatoes. It don't make sense. It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
But I hear you on that, Winston. But if the food's rotten, but let me come at you like this here. If the food's rotten, it don't matter what you do to it.
That's a lie. That's a lie. Because if you got your mind and your mouth set on something, whatever else you make, it's not gonna hit the same way that you want it. It's gonna be good, but it's not what you want it. And that's what's going on. We have personnel for 4-3. Our defense was built for a 4-3 for the past 3 years. You have to understand that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I do agree with that.
For the past 3 years.
I hear you saying that we're running the 4-3 defense, but still, no, right now, Winston, if you're looking at it, nobody's getting off blocks. Nobody's bending the edge. Nobody, and when we get to the quarterback, we get pushed past. Nobody's trying to get squared out to the quarterback.
I'm gonna tell you exactly why people are not getting off block. Like, see, like I'm a student of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, football was my shit when I was growing up. You know what I'm saying? All right, what's going on right now? Our 3-4 and our 2-4-5 and all that. What we're doing, we're playing gap and a half control with our down lineman. You're not getting off blocks because you're too small. You're too small for the responsibility. Yes, we have athletes on the defensive line, but they're too small for what we're trying to ask them to do. Grady cannot cover a gap and a half. He's going to get washed down. Yamada cannot cover a gap and a half. He's going to get washed down. I said the exact same thing on Waffle House. What was it? On Friday? I said the exact same thing. We're playing gap and a half responsibility. And that's what's happening. Because we have too small up front. In our front seven, we are entirely too small for what we're trying to run. They will always be washed down. Because of speed and football IQ. But to consistently run what we're trying to run is not going to work because we don't have the players for it. We are too light in our front seven. That's the issue.
And Winston, that's always been a problem. That's always been a problem. We're always been too light in front seven.
Perfect time for a 4-3. Don't get messed up. We perfect time for a 4-3 because you can put Judon hand in dirt. Like, and somebody said to try to tell me with Judon to stand up pass rush. No, he's not. He played with his hand in the dirt. And you saw that earlier today. He played with his hand in the dirt a couple of snaps. He's used to his hand in the dirt. You can put Zach Harrison on the other end and let him put his hand in the dirt. Or you can put Root outside and let him play DN. There's so many possibilities to make this personnel be effective, and we're not trying to expose it and trying to utilize it. That's coaching. That's scheme. That's the issue that's going on. You're trying to enforce your will. It's like you meet a girl and she's beautiful and you love her because she's beautiful, but she's not nothing that you're looking for in a woman. All right, so what you trying to do? You're trying to enforce your will on her to change to what you want to complete you. Instead of just going to go find a different woman. That's what's going on.
That's the problem with the whole coaching staff. That's what I've been trying to.
But see, and you're exactly right, Winston. We probably need to find some different women. We probably need to find some different women up front.
King Richard, we hear you, but your mic real low, like you muzzled.
It's like a muzzle.
Yeah, your mic is very low.
Can you hear me now?
That's a little bit better.
Hold on, I'm gonna go out and come back in.
Just Burger. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna be right with y'all.
Yeah, mute your mic, C-Dub, while you order.
King Richard sound like he's trying to audition for the choir song. The 10 to 4.
I am here. Okay. Woo! Sorry about that.
You good?
Trying to reboot from my trip to South Carolina. Oh Lord. Anyway, all right, guys. We need to pray for Terrell, AJ Terrell, so that he never has to play another number one receiver, because that man got cooked more than the grilled cheese sandwich that I tried to eat on Saturday. And that thing was burnt to a crisp. All right. And then also got to pray. I want to tell Matthew Judon, I hope you have a really good career next year, and you get a good contract, because I don't know how you're going to get any money after this year having to sacrifice all your stats, because my Lord, can no one get free? I mean, at least a Root did. But, look, and Kurt, I love you. Trap game. Wish you didn't say that, because, boy, did y'all look bad. And then I want to talk to Mr. Positivity himself. Mr. Positivity himself, Raheem Morse and Jimmy Lake. Yeah, both of y'all mad cats. Talking about how the pass rush was just there and how Ebikadi's that second best pass rusher. All right, if it's just there, where is it? Because I still can't find. You know what's harder? I don't know what's harder to find, a second pass rusher or a coach after a Texas loss. I don't know. Because, dear Lord Jesus, and now we're asking the question: do we have a Spider-Man meme upon us? Is Mike Bobo and Zach Robinson the same person? When we take the mask off, are we going to see Mike Bobo underneath the Zach Wilson or Zach Robinson? Lord Jesus, help me. Look, Tyler and Bijan were both running the ball. Your offense is struggling throwing. I get it when you're playing a mismatched secondary, but you run the ball, get those inexperienced guys to maybe cheat up a little bit, and then bam, that's when you hit them with the pass rush. No, we want to try to look like the greatest show on turf, but we can't connect with nothing.
And you run the ball also to help that struggling defense of yours.
Exactly. They got away from Tyler, man. Man, they set down Tyler. They got away from their bread and butter. Tyler is what is the engine that gets this team going. And they got away from that. That's what really killed us also.
And then hold on. We had 3 straight false starts. How?
Because what's going on is this. A lot of people think that Tyler Algier is the engine that sit there and create this offense, but he's not. Tyler would not get the looks that he get if it wasn't for Bijan doing what he do beforehand. He would not get the same look. Don't get me wrong. Tyler is a great back. He is. He had potential to actually do something. Well, not now because he's been in a back role for the past 2 years. But like, if it was not for Bijan doing what Bijan do while he's on the field in the beginning, Tyler would not get the same look. Tyler get way less 8-man boxing than Bijan do.
Well, Bijan break ankles, but Tyler is the enforcer. He the one that wear down the damn defense and bust niggas upside the head. That's what we was missing today. We need that on the field to wear down the defense.
Defense get worn down. Somebody trying to chase him.
Hey, by the way,
we need that enforcer on the field, man. We need some head buster to knock their ass in the mouth. We was missing that today.
Hey, Falcon fans, look at the Benz. Look, I get it. Y'all were mad, but look, y'all didn't throw enough trash on the field. I mean, that would have changed a lot of these play calls that these referees were doing to us. Y'all
the refs was bad today too. The refs, I ain't gonna blame it all on the refs because we played like shit. But excuse my French, but the refs was bad today. They was.
Hey, but that's what I was trying to say earlier is when I really sat back and thought about it. That's why I was agreeing with Winston, because what I noticed is, can you hear me, Toddy?
Yeah, you good. You great now.
What I noticed is this team is how I'm trying to say. I'm finna land the plane here. You inherited a team that was slick already built, and what you're trying to do is go away from the way the team was built. See, the reason we're having so many problems is because you want to do something new with a team that was already built to do certain things, like for
Yeah,
our defense.
defense. The defense.
Like, let me
Yeah,
show
the
you what I
defense.
mean. I'm finna land the plane. Let me show you what I mean. Like on the defensive end, now that I done really sat down and gathered my thoughts, this is what the real problem is. It's deeper than all of that. The defense is a ball hawking defense, but you keep sending them in coverage 5 to 7 yards off the ball. You got nothing but ball hawks on your defense. That's why I keep saying run a 4-3 so your ball hawks can actually do their job.
Yep.
And then with the offense, you got to remember Arthur Smith built this offense to run the
Good.
ball, not throw the ball. That's why we kept McGrady, whoever. That's why we kept him, because Arthur. See, they don't understand that y'all inherited a team from a guy who runs the ball and plays smash mouth defense. That's what they wanted to do.
Come on now.
You trying to make this a throw first team when you don't. First of all, you don't even have the offensive line for a throw first team. Let's just keep it real. You don't. Same way with the defensive line. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm not even a coach or nothing. I just played a little football in high school, junior high, coming up. But ain't no way I would take any defense on the field trying to run a 4-3-4, and we don't even have the nose tackle for it. That's your first mistake there. You don't have
My
a space
God.
eater. So
John,
what are
the
you?
legend.
So what are you really trying to do? You didn't even get the first piece, 2 or 3, 4, which is your space eater. That's your first piece before you can even build the rest of it.
Very true.
And then you go draft
Very true.
a bunch of ball hawks, but you got them playing that soft zone. It's never gonna work.
Tell them.
Yeah.
Hear you.
Because you playing against the type of players that you have on offense and defense. You got to run the ball first. I'm going to be honest with you. This is the last thing I got to say about it. When we came out there and threw on the first play, I already knew the game was over. Because I seen what Zach Robinson was finna do. He finna try to do another LA Rams type of day, bro. We not going to have 500 yards every game. Just go on and run the ball.
Real tough.
You gotta ask
Because
the
Arthur
question.
Smith built this defense, this offense to run the ball. Ryan Nielsen built this defense to be ball hawks. So you're going against the grain with the whole team, not just the offense and the defense. That's why none of it's working.
Yeah,
You
I
trying to
agree with
make
that
a
though.
team be the LA Rams when they not. What you got to do is realize this team, Arthur Smith built this team. As much as you don't want to give that man no credit, he built this offense to run the ball. That's why the offensive line is built the way it's built. We don't have a power Cowboys offensive line where you can just stand back there in the pocket. You got to have a mobile quarterback. That's what Arthur Smith was trying to do with Desmond Ritter. That's why he got Mariota and Heineke, because of play action. You have a play action offense. You're running it wrong.
Here's the thing, though.
You didn't build
I
this
agree with
team
that though.
yourself, so you can't do what you're trying to do on offense and defense. You got to play to the way the team was built, and you going against that just because you want to feel a certain way and you want to get all the kudos. Well, if you want to get all the kudos, Jimmy Lake get out that soft zone, that 3-4, let them boys go hunt. That's why Clark Phillips don't look good this year, because he's a ball hawk, and you got him sitting in zone coverage. You're not even
it's
playing
funny.
press man.
Yep.
I
agree.
And this makes you
That's all I
wonder.
want to say. That's my complaint.
This
They
makes
was
you
built
wonder,
for the
though.
4-3. They was built for the 4-3. You're right.
But here's the funny part. You have the Raheem, second chance coach, okay? Why couldn't he find a guy that's already had coaching experience to be his defensive coordinator? and then you bring up Jimmy Lake, and then find someone that can actually run the offense the way he wants, not just his homies. This is also a problem. Raheem Morris is gonna have to take the blunt of the criticism, and someone's like, "Oh, he's okay. He's not gonna get touched." I'm sorry, guys. Raheem has been doing a lot of talking, and I'm not seeing the results that we are expecting. So eventually you have to come across and go, what are we? Is this a show me, or are we just talking?
Yeah.
And Raheem does have that ability to be more of a sweet talker, and I'm wondering, can you actually lead men? Now, this is a
he
one
can lead them. It's just his assistants.
But who picked the assistants?
Let me ask the whole panel. Let me ask the whole panel this question. And before anything, hey, John, shout out to Big John Harris, man. What's going on, brother? Love you, bro.
What's up, John?
Hey, John.
I'm driving, so I can't see anybody.
Hey, quick question to all y'all. What do we have a middle linebacker that's 250 plus?
You're breaking up, Winston.
Anywhere on our roster?
No.
No.
What was the question? I didn't hear the question.
Do we have a true middle linebacker?
Any linebackers over 250 pounds?
No. I said, do we have a middle linebacker?
A middle?
On our roster that's over 250 plus.
You said you said middle linebacker, right, Winston?
Middle linebacker.
Yeah, we lost that with Rashad Evans.
Inside two. So we run a 3-4, right?
I'm going to jump on my computer, guys, so I'll be right back.
All right.
It's a quick question. Do we have a middle linebacker anywhere on our roster that's over 250?
That's why I said why we running the 3-4, because we didn't even get the first piece. You talking about the second piece. We didn't even get the first one.
David, you're completely correct. So
That's
why
King Richie.
No. David said no. King Richie was speaking on the first piece, second piece.
Oh,
so watch it. So if we don't have big inside linebackers, middle linebackers in a 3-4 with an undersized, hold on, watch it. With an undersized defensive line, how is it going to work?
It's not.
You froze up, Winston. I didn't quite hear you.
I said if we have undersized linebackers, right in the middle, and then we have undersized defensive linemen all the way across the front, how will a 3-4 work? It can't. Because the size advantage is actually on the outside with the outside linebacker.
Can't work because you ain't got nobody up front to stop the offensive line and get to second level. Can't work.
And that's why I said if we miss the first piece.
So then riddle me this. Why are people getting upset week after week after week after week when they're sitting there seeing the exact same thing?
Because obviously the coaches ain't seeing it.
The definition of insanity is sitting there trying to do the same thing over again and expecting a different result.
True that. Winston, I hear you. But here's just my small little pushback here.
Go ahead.
I'm watching Caden Ellis getting piggyback rides all the time. I'm even watching Caden Ellis get piggyback rides from quarterbacks.
Because he's undersized. Caden Ellis, the outside linebacker. He's not a middle linebacker. That's the issue.
He is.
A lot of people saying that he's a middle linebacker. He's not. He was an outside
middle linebacker.
Absolutely not.
The only reason that he came to the inside was because the Saints were having injuries. And they switched him to the inside because they knew he was able to play it to a certain degree. That's how he became an inside linebacker. And then we said they gave him all this money to be our middle linebacker, our Mike linebacker.
But my but
We
when my
really should have
problem
never
is
got rid of
when you hitting backs, they need to go down.
Since he's
But
been
see,
here,
that's why you should have never got rid of Evans.
since he's
Because
been
Evans
here, he's
was
been
that
playing out of
linebacker.
position.
Yeah.
That's the issue. That's why a lot of people get it messed up at. Since he's been here, he's been playing out of position. His last year in New Orleans, he was playing out of position. He's an outside linebacker. He's an edge rusher. That's what he do. He's an
That's
edge
why
rusher.
that's why they picked up JD Bertrand, but he just
But
too small for that 3-4.
JD's not going to be ready for another year and a half. He's too small. He's way too small.
That's why I said he too small for a 3, especially
Exactly.
for a 3-4.
And too slow to play outside. And Bertrand too slow to play the outside.
Who?
Bertrand too slow to play the outside.
I wouldn't put him on the outside anyway. He'd get washed in by defensive tackle. He's way too small. He's a middle linebacker. JD Bertrand is the actual him and Layman are actual legitimate middle linebackers. They're all middle linebackers.
That's why we need that 4-3.
Layman and Ellis, they are outside. Middle linebackers. They're more skilled. Their skill package is more outside linebackers. They're just playing in the middle because of the. Now I can't say physicality. It's about the athleticism, and it helps. And it helps with our coverage because we don't generate a pass rush. That's why you don't never see one of our safeties down in the box. We can't bring them down in the box. We can't bring a safety down in the box to help with the run. Why? Because we are so trash in the front seven. Because everybody's out of position. Everybody's playing away from what they are naturally gifted to do. That's the issue. That's the issue. You want your
And that's why I said I don't understand it, Winston.
Let me ask the panel. Let me ask the panel this real quick. Does anybody on the panel feel like that we have, regardless of the defensive set we were playing, 4-3-3-4 nickel or whatever, does anybody feel like that we have an impact linebacker on this team?
Landman, that's about
maybe
it
Landman.
for me.
Maybe Landman. Now he had a bad game today, but that's all I see. Maybe Landman.
The only actual impact linebacker that we have that could actually really affect the game if he's on his game is Troy Anderson. Troy athleticism could actually change a game. If he played up to his potential, he probably could be like a Navarro Bowman. That's his ceiling.
Yep.
That's his ceiling. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's really Anderson's ceiling is Navarro Bowman.
Yeah, because his game changed after he caught that touchdown.
First thing with Troy Anderson, he got to stay healthy. He must stay healthy.
He could be like a Navarro Bowman or what's dude? Leonard that played for Indy. What's his name? Like Shaquille number 50.
Oh yeah, Shaquille Leonard.
Yeah, that's his ceiling. He could be that. You know, he really could be that. But right now, he's nowhere near.
First thing first, he got to stay healthy to get snaps. He got to stay healthy to get the snaps to stay on the field.
That's true. And y'all, real quick,
because like they say, your best ability is your availability.
All right, y'all, real quick. Let's let we got 3 new members on the panel. Let's let John, William, and Larry from the Dixon Way hop in here. Go ahead, fellas.
You go ahead, John, and then I'm gonna go.
What's happening, fella?
What's going
Gentlemen,
on?
good. I'm wishing you a good evening, even though I know it ain't.
Oh Lord.
I'm wishing you a good evening. Boy. When the hens lay an egg, boy, and laid the rotten stinker in their own house. I mean, I'm just like the old folks say. I'm just flabbergasted. I'm just beside myself. I'm just because that was horrible. That was horrible. After what you showed in a 3-game winning streak about your resiliency, your ability to come back, your ability to generate offense. I can't blame the offensive line too much, even though we did have a couple of injuries. And there were some breakdowns at a couple of key moments, but for the most part, I thought I was watching a Phil Negro baseball game. High and tight. I mean, pitches coming high. And then London, I used to get at him about those sleeves. Now I got to get at him about those gloves. I mean, ball right in your hand. It was a high fastball, but you a tall receiver. You're gonna get him up there. You got to make the catches. And I mean, I mean, good grief, man! This was just a total and complete
bad performance.
It wasn't that Seattle beat us. It was a total and complete self-flagellation. Man, you usually pay somebody to beat you like this, but you sit up here and beat yourself like that.
Facts. Yeah.
Know, I mean, I'm looking at Seattle. Seattle did not beat us. We whooped our own behind.
Yep.
We beat ourselves. And I can't remember who it was that said after the first pass or whatever, they knew the game was gone. I knew the game was gone with I think C-Dub brought it out. 3 straight false start penalties. It was just something that came over me and said, these jokers ain't ready to play.
They ain't come prepared.
It was just a feeling I had, and I said, I hope they can wake up and come out of this funk or whatever. But my problem is, what was the source of the funk? Did you all stay up and watch Georgia last night?
Probably did.
I mean, did y'all get any rest? Did Carson Beck get into? Was there a uniform change or something?
I think the reps came from Austin to this game, but I'll let you.
Oh man, now see, gentlemen, sometime this week, I'm going live and I'm going to act a pure fool about that mess that happened last night. I'm going to act a fool behind that because that. And excuse me, Tidy, for bringing this up, but I got to say something about that. I don't know whether you got into this point or talked about Georgia or not, because we had us a good hour show looking for somebody.
Anybody seen Coach?
He showed up earlier today.
Yeah, we were looking for somebody because I said, where is he? We hunting high and low, and we don't see you no more. Where you at, bruh?
But I saw him in the first quarter.
Yeah,
my bad. I didn't even bring up Georgia.
I got a next 2 game. Next 2 game. I got a next 2 days off. If we want to do a show before our Wednesday show.
Okay, we probably will. We probably will. But see, man, look, that mess last night. It was pass interference, even though Beck threw the ball outside of where the receiver could have been, but it was still pass interference. You made contact with this man and impeded his progress down the field. All right. Now, it's not reviewable. The play wasn't reviewable. The student section, they started flinging beer cans and water bottles and stuff on the other side. Y'all went ahead and reversed the doggone call. Now, if it's not reviewable, that also means that you guys don't talk about it no more because the call has been made.
Not because the play started up again.
And even worse, John, even worse. They marked off the penalty and walked it up and moved the chains. Once you move the chains, ain't no more going back. Yeah.
Ain't no discussion.
Hold on.
Anyway, my
They're
bad
ready
about
for
bringing
play.
it up. That's my bad.
You're wrong.
Finish your talking to it, John.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be here
When,
that long though.
when
This is what I got
the
to say
team
about
start
the game
lining
though,
up,
man.
once the team
Y'all
start
niggas
lining
talk
up
past
after
the
the call,
Hold on, y'all
that's
got two people talking at one time.
when the team start lining up after a call, that's when it's a dead issue. But because everything that was going on and thing, and the refs had a chance to actually sit there and congregate over it, it's the play call was still the same. Now, it was a pass interference. It was an offensive pass interference. He fully extended the arm at the top of the route. And I said that in numerous checks. He did fully extend his arm at the top of the route. That's why it was called and reversed a offensive pass interference. That's what happened. He
Well,
extended
now,
his arm at the top of the route. Now, look, I'm not a Georgia fan. I'm not a Texas fan either, so I'm completely biased. See, in all actuality, it helped my team better for y'all to win. But he did fully extend his arm at the top of the route. That's offensive pass interference. You got to take
well,
the balance about it and actually look at the play for itself. Because they have fought at the last 7 yards of that play. They were hand fighting. They both were hand fighting. The reason why he got clipped for the pass interference was at the top of the route. He literally pushed him out. The exact same thing that Drake London did when he got called for a pass interference. It's the exact same thing. Can't have it one way and then I do the other.
now
But
this is the okay. Now this is the problem. This is the problem. The defender got in front of him when he was running his route and impeded
Initiated
him.
the offense without looking at the ball.
Yeah.
That's pass interference before he pushes off.
Ball is in the air. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at that point. Like you can't impede somebody's route. I play corner. I'm predominantly a corner. You cannot impede somebody's route when the ball is not in the air. When the ball get in the air, then you cannot. Then you gotta let up. Correction. You can't impede the route before the ball get in there. When the ball get in the air, you both have the equal opportunity towards the ball.
Yeah.
Point blank period. Like there's no. Well, I'm on offense, so I got more of a chance for the ball than you. No. Y'all both are receivers at that point. When that ball get in the air, y'all both are receivers.
Now this
who initiated the contact? Who initiated the contact? Was the offensive player driving through him, or was it a defensive player reaching out and grabbing him first?
There was hand fighting. See, you don't looking at the grab.
I know that, but I'm saying who initiated the first jostle? Who initiated the first jostle? So that's where the foul happened.
So did they throw a flag on the initial jostle?
If it's after 10 yards, then yes. Or after 5 yards, yes, absolutely you have to.
Larry.
Yeah, if that's after 5 yards. That's a penalty.
I said, did they throw a flag at the initial contact?
No, they didn't. That's what I'm saying.
No. If they did not throw the flag, if they did not throw the
offsetting.
If they did not throw contact, then therefore they're letting them play unless somebody do something egregious. And once somebody do something egregious, that's when the flag is going to be thrown.
Okay,
So
let me jump in real quick.
Yeah.
My question to everybody on the panel: I hear that the debate men had like who really caused the pass interference, offense or defense. But I'm gonna come at a different angle.
Yeah.
Beyond that point, at any point in time during that game, did any official announce defensive pass interference? First question. Second question: did they move the chains?
They did announce defensive pass interference. They did.
No. They called defensive pass interference and they moved the chain.
That's it. That's it.
It don't matter.
It don't matter. Once that has taken place,
once the chains move, that's it.
All bets are off the table.
They set the ball and had it ready for play until all that trash got on the field.
Yeah, exactly. And then they said after more deliberation, we changed the call. We
I
changed the
said
call.
after discussion, the
After
call
more
is
discussion.
reversed. Now that's where
Not a
the
review.
letter of the law for me comes in, because see, you review with videotape and you review also with discussion.
Exactly.
There shouldn't have been a discussion. You have already made the announcement. You moved the chains. You lined the ball up for play. It's over with.
Right.
Okay.
It's over.
It's over with. But you come back after the students throwing stuff on the field, talking about we talked about it and discussed it, and it's now pass interference. Now see, man, and see Kirby, to his credit, I don't know whether he's going to get fired. I don't know whether he's going to say anything or whether anybody's going to say anything. But Kirby, to his credit, he said we beat the team and the officials.
Yeah.
Well, I know that they've already fined Texas right now for throwing that trash on the field. But so if they're gonna find Kirby, if they were gonna find Kirby, I think they would have done it today. Seeing that they've already fined Texas.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Cause see, wait a minute, that's something else too. Isn't there a penalty for delay of game for your fans throwing stuff on the field?
It should have been.
Yeah,
it should have been.
Now, I mean, come on, man, come on. And then later on,
negated that. They didn't even discuss the delay of game, unsportsmanlike conduct by the fans.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But then to reverse something that you already moved to change, they literally just cheated. Like they literally broke the rules because they were afraid for their safety in that stadium when all the kids do all that stuff on the stadium. That was intimidation, and that's basically just welcoming other schools to try that same
to do the same thing.
Yeah.
And what really killed me about that, the official that they had commentating, talking about somebody had the guts to make the right call. What in the hell are you talking about?
Wait a minute. See, now I was at the bar. Say, repeat that, please, sir.
Yeah, I heard that. I didn't hear it, but I heard that they said
the official who was commentating the game,
those guys getting the right call.
Yeah, talking about something they got together and somebody had the guts to make the right call.
Yeah, nah.
I said, what?
It set a bad precedent for college football, and I think that's why Kirby's not going to get fined. If Kirby get fined, then y'all let them set a bad precedent, and you're fining him for actually calling out. And he didn't go into it more. It was just after the game, immediately after the game, on the field, he addressed what he said. Then he thought about it. He was like, you know what? I'm not going to address that right now. What the rules are, this, done, the third. You know what I'm saying? I was told that, we're not really supposed to be, going at our referees like that. So I'm not going to address, was it a good call or not call? I'm just glad that my kids stood up and answered the bell and was unshaken by what happened to him. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where, if my coach said that's where you want to leave it, I'm going to leave it right there. We won the game also. So whatever.
Double them up.
I had people in my chat saying, why are you crying? Y'all winning anyway. I say it's not even that. It's the principalities of it, man. It's the principle.
But very easily, something like that could have changed the game.
Yeah, and that was the end. That would have been the end of the Bulldog season if they lost that game. For the playoffs. Yeah. You lost to Alabama, you lost to Texas, that's the end of the season.
And see, then that targeting call. Now,
one wasn't, and then there was another one afterwards that was clearly helmet to helmet, and they didn't even call it.
Yeah. I mean, they met helmets. The helmets met, and then both of them were cheek to cheek by the time they went out of bounds.
I'm sorry, man, but
something got to change with them targeting rules, because both of them were ducking their heads. Both of them were ducking their heads, trying to change that targeting rule.
Unless he's gonna lay on the ground. How can you avoid that?
Exactly.
I think you should only be kicked out if you get 2 in one game.
But okay. Well, this is the thing. How is it?
Oh yeah, and they're not going to be in the first half of the Florida Georgia game either.
Yeah. Now this is the thing.
And then the thing of it is this here: if an offensive player is ducking his head, what is a defensive player supposed to do? Just take the helmet in his show, in his chest
on the ground.
That's my question, because Buddy didn't even know where he was going. His head was so low that his eyes were on the ground and he was just still going forward. I said, now, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? Man, no. That's why I said now, and I thought targeting was when you come from 10, 15 yards away, wide open with your head down, not giving a damn what you gonna hit, and you are coming like a missile, leading with the head. But this man ducked he saw the defender, ducked his head down. The defender tried to duck his head down. His helmet hit the man's shoulder pad, not his head. Hit the shoulder pad, and you calling targeting?
Last night, this official was explaining.
Why don't you just call
the
Bulldogs light y'all up?
The crown of the helmet. That's how the official was explaining it last night.
What about the crown of the helmet now?
He said strike at any part with the crown of the helmet.
He did.
He hit the defender with the crown of his helmet. Did the defender hit him? I didn't think that the defender touched him with his helmet. If it was on the side, wasn't it?
That's what I thought. But
they can say defenseless wide receiver. They can call that, but that's not the call they make.
You are allowed certain anonymity.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So now they took out the leading with crowd of your helmet. They took that out. That's in the NFL and college football. Well, no, college football is more lax. NFL, you can't lead with the crown of your helmet anymore. If you do, that's a personal foul on you. All right.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that targeting call at all. I don't, because he dropped himself. If anything, it should have been like a personal foul, hitting a defenseless receiver.
Yeah,
that should have been the call if you would call anything.
Yeah, defenseless mean you never saw it coming.
Yeah, in all actuality, it should have been the call. Period.
Yeah,
because like he was running, the man made a tackle. You lay with the crown of your helmet. He tried to get lower than what you were. He just couldn't get down there in the split second. So it shouldn't have been a call. It should have been a tackle. You just play on. That's it. I mean, like I don't have a horse in this race. I don't. But I see both of those penalties. I understand why both of them was called. I think the pass interference call was asinine. Completely, it was asinine. It did not make no sense. It should have never happened. But at the same time, like I don't know. I mean, like the offensive pass interference, it should have been called for Jump Street. If it wasn't gonna be called, it should have been called for Jump Street. It shouldn't have been such a big deliberation and congregation, and the crowd got to get involved in all that stuff before you change it. When it, in all actuality, it was offensive on passing interference. It was, but that should have been called for Jump Street if you would call anything. They was hand fighting for about 7 yards. If you're gonna let them fight that far, then let it go.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
If you let them fight that far for almost 10 yards, let it go. And whatever happened at the end, happened at the end. Unless somebody sit there do something egregious. Let's sit there and snatch somebody's helmet off or something. Then you let it go. Like I don't know. I sitting there looking back on it, I do feel they was sitting there more in favor of Texas. But y'all should have came out with a win. Y'all was the better team yesterday.
Well, I think let's circle back to the Falcons. I think it was kind of contrasting between what the Bulldogs did to overcome what they thought was the grievous things with a slow start, not trying to establish a run until later on in the game. tight end. I don't know. I know C Dub and them because I was on the stream with them earlier. But I was calling Zach Robinson, Zach Bobo, or Mike Robinson. I couldn't get it right. Because I'm just trying to think like why are we not trying to establish a run with these dominant running backs? The stat that made me the most upset out of anything was I backup McLean had the same amount of carry as Tyler Algiers. Tyler Algiers was not hurt. Shout out to Chris A1 Forever. He said he was there at the stadium, had a bird's eye view looking right down at the Falcons sideline, and Algiers was healthy. He wasn't in concussion protocol. He wasn't hurt. So for him not to see the field half is wrong. It's absolutely wrong. Like we got a lot of things on defense, you know what I'm saying? I understand with the Jimmy Lake and stuff like that. I don't know why we have two split high safeties and then give up. It's 10 seconds. You give a 10-yard cushion to DK Metcalf, and you're playing split safety, and you give him the seam up the middle. A, that was played wrong by AJ. B was a horrible, and it was a 3-man rush. So you did three things wrong on that play. You sent three men out to Geno. You couldn't get pass rush, and then you gave DK Metcalf a 10-yard jump with outside leverage on split safety, on two high safety. That was designed to give up a touchdown, and it did. That defensive play was designed to give up a touchdown, and it did. I was furious during the stream. I was absolutely seething because I saw that. I was like,
I have to oppose that because if you actually look at the defensive scheme,
yeah,
AJ was supposed to sit outside. He was supposed to stay outside. He had a quarter of the field. What was supposed to happen was Landman was supposed to carry him up the field into the safety. AJ only trailed in AJ only trailed in after he saw there wasn't a receiver releasing into his area. That's not on AJ.
Okay,
That's on Landman.
Okay, I got you on that. So if that play design was for Nate Landman to guard DK Metcalf, who was a 4-3-4,
no.
Again,
it's not a man play. Landman
I know,
was
no. But what I'm saying is, if DK, in my opinion, if DK gets a head start 10 yards down the seam, how big he is, Nate Landman is not going. Look, it's already past 10 yards. You can't bump him off his route. Nate Landman is even if we're in the zone, Nate Landman cannot cover DK Metcalf in space. So again, that's a bad design all the way over. I mean, you can't really justify that design. I'm not talking about AJ getting cooked because he got cooked. What I'm saying is that if you design that play for Nate Landman to guard, to have AJ pass him off, and Nate Landman is supposed to run with DK Metcalf with a 10-yard head start.
Larry, you're looking at it wrong because you're looking at it as man defense when it's not man defense.
I know it's zone, but what I'm saying it's not. But that's what I'm saying. If it's zone, if you tell me a man that is not running nowhere near 4-5 has to sit there in the zone and then turn his hip and run with DK Metcalf, that's a lost cause.
Larry, this is what you're saying.
What a Desmond in the building.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you exactly how this defense is supposed to work, right? All right. Okay. So your two safety supposed to keep a cap on the defense, right? All right.
Yeah.
Now, your corner have flats to deep, right? In their zone. In their zone. Outside of the safety bubbles. Okay. Landman responsibility was to, if anybody crossing in front of him, all right, no, because you know for a fact there's not enough time for somebody to sit there and cross in front of you. So you're supposed to keep getting back, keep getting deep. He already had a jump on DK. DK is starting from the line. He already supposed to be getting back there. That was supposed to have been a pick for Lamb. Lamb didn't get deep. Lamb sitting there trying to carry a receiver to the left, and then try to recover and come back down the middle. That's why the middle was wide open. That's why there was a touchdown strike, because Lamb had the underneath the two safety. If DK had ran a post corner, then one of the safeties would have carried him. But underneath of them, when they're sitting at the goal line, was supposed to have been Lamb, and Lamb did not do his job. That's not only.
I understand that, but that's what I'm saying. If you're counting on a run stopping linebacker to cover 15 yards, well, it was a 20-yard pass, right? It was a 20-yard pass, right? 20 what?
20 plus.
Might be 30 something.
Like a 25-yard pass. We sent 3 down linemen, so we didn't have any pass rush. Nate Lamont in space. Yes, he should have been back near the 5-yard line to be able to bounce that. But I think they gave the disguise of sending 4, and then he ran back. If you send in the disguise of 4, and then he ran back in the coverage, guess what? He's already lost. You saying he don't? No, he's already lost the DK. You know that. You know that. Like, come on, man. You know that. So again, I can't excuse the play call.
You already had to jump because you already 7 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Yada, yada, yada. Again, I'm here. Listen, all of y'all talking all that mess. I was in here. I was in Atlanta. I had an opportunity.
That got to be Steve. That got to be Steve.
It ain't going to help you today. It ain't going to help you. Larry, stop arguing with him. Stop arguing with him. It's Dez. I know you missed me. And I'm back.
When I saw that picture, that got to be Steve.
Let y'all know what's really happening.
That's why I said, what's up to Dez? What up, Dez? How you doing, man?
Old man in the chair, be quiet. Put some sleeves on. Listen.
See what I'm talking about? I know who it is. I know who it is.
All I hear today is Jimmy Lake this, defensive end that, everything. Let me tell you what happened. 1, I'm not there. And 2, this was bound to happen. This is not a perfect team y'all got in Atlanta anymore. I guess when me and Arthur was there it was. But this ain't their team anymore. Y'all can talk 3-4-4-3-8-3-2-6. I don't care what it is. They got beat today. They got beat down. Just like that Texas team did. Who cares about the pass interference? It's all over. They lost. So I'm telling y'all, from the practice squads of Phoenix, I'm telling you, this is a good thing because it's game 7. You know that y'all will be back, especially when y'all tie me on the practice squad. Can I come home, please? Please! I ain't gonna get on the field with y'all. Please.
Hell no. No.
Hell no.
Hell no.
Hell no.
You gonna come? Where we at?
Shout out to Dez, man.
Send him the on the
Hold up, man. Dez is keeping tabs on us. Dez is keeping tab on us and what we're doing this year. Okay.
Oh yeah, he watching.
I thought I saw Dez at Aldi's or at Publix, but I guess he's still out there in Phoenix. You know what I'm saying?
Is he?
Yeah. I think so.
I think on the practice squad, ain't it?
No. I thought he was at Aldi.
Is he still on the practice squad?
I thought he was.
Maybe he a young guy. Maybe. I thought he was gonna be signed up for UFL. Personally, I think he's getting ready for spring ball. To be honest.
Oh, and on that note, fellas, I'm gonna go ahead and check out of here, man. We just got to bounce back the Tampa game, man. That's gonna be a very critical game. So we need to take back control of the NFC South. Before we get out of here, man, y'all let everybody know where they can find you at and what you got going on this week on your channels.
Oh, I can go. Yeah, my name's Larry. One half of the Dixon Way. My beautiful wife Shonda's the other half. Yeah. So guys,
Larry,
if you don't want to
you had
listen,
some interference, Larry.
Oh, I do.
Repeat what you said. You had a little interference there.
Yeah, start over.
Oh, my bad. But yeah, we do live commentary. My name's Larry, one half of the Dixon Way. We do live commentary for all our favorite sports teams. You know what I'm saying? I got all the little stuff behind it. So the Braves, also Falcons, the Bulldogs, and my white Gators. If you guys get tired of the national media, especially Jonathan Vilma, if you don't want to listen to Jonathan Vilma, Saints slanted type of commentary towards the Falcons, come on over, turn down the TV, turn up the Dixon Way, and we'll commentate it. You know what I'm saying? We like interacting with the chat and stuff like that, man. And yeah, that's what we do. You can find us on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, Rumble, and X. All those platforms. Thank you for letting me be on. Tighter as always. Appreciate you, brother. Keep grinding. Everybody, before you leave out of here, make sure you hit the like button. It's like tipping your waiter, but it's free. Y'all in here for this good content, man. Make sure you hit that like button, man. It helps Heidi, helps all of us get the algorithm. For real, man. You know, YouTube ain't gonna know how good our content is if y'all don't hit the like button. So come on, guys. Simple. You come to the page, hit the like button. With that, man, appreciate you coming through. We'll see you guys later. Yeesh. Gotta get better, man. Gotta get better. Play hard, get better.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Larry.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Larry.
Yes, sir.
Hey, when the Hawks season start?
Wednesday. We got Wednesday. Come on, check us out on Wednesday, man. We'll have that on Tuesday. We got the Falcons in review, so everybody gonna talk about this, and we're gonna talk about it again. And then we got the Falcons at 7:30 as they welcome the Brooklyn Nets. So yeah, that should be a dub. But y'all check us out. Hawks versus Brooklyn Nets. Live commentary is what it is. Lego.
Get it?
Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
No problem.
All right, John and Winston, y'all want to take us home?
All right. Yeah, go ahead, Winston.
Oh no, hey John, you can wrap it up. One half of the eye test with my compadre, my ace boom coon, Mr. John Harris. Catch us Wednesday night, 10 p.m. Thank y'all. Hey, Toddy, thank you for having us on. As always, always been a pleasure. Hey, John.
All right. Hey, yeah, that's right. The best Wednesday radio they got, best Wednesday TV they got is Wednesday night at 10 o'clock when we put the eye on it. So everybody will be able to examine what it was that took place the previous week, what happened the previous month, and we're going to look into the future and see what's going to happen on the next game on the eye test, 10 p.m. Wednesday nights. And David Starr, I hadn't seen you in a minute come through here. Good to see you, Bob.
It's been a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I try to catch y'all boys, you know what I'm saying? I've been a little bit busy and things like that, you know what I'm saying? But
okay.
But people, I'm David, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the Atlanta Bird gang, you know what I'm saying? And I post, you know what I'm saying? And not as much as I should these days, but I try to catch everybody's show, you know what I'm saying? And I try to put you know what I'm saying? Y'all come in, you know what I'm saying? I come in smashing the like button. So y'all need to do the same, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I try to put my little, you know what I'm saying, my little bit out there for you know what I'm saying, for the Bird gang.
All right. And with that said, I want to thank everybody on the panel, David, Winston, John, Archangel who came through, William Amy who came through, King Richard that came through, and also Larry from the Dixon Way that came through. And once again, make sure to check out John and also Winston this Wednesday, 10 p.m. at the eye test. Until then, we out of here. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Hello.
Later.